can't do another Christmas video until I need to talk about it. Sorry, it's super bright in here. The sun went down here. It's late, and I forgot to ever make another video today. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. But I couldn't do another Christmas video until we talk about this. So obviously I'm on TikTok. I also fell in this trend. You've probably seen other people talk about it. Is the 17 diaper mom. I fell in that trend talking about when I was in postpartum, all my struggles. But I didn't really keep up with her videos after that one trend. Stayed with the group of people that I've watched on my TikTok. Occasionally her videos will come through, but not as often. And so then I started people that I follow started talking about her. They're I did the same. I did the trend, and I'm oh my gosh. And then so I started going down that rabbit hole, which is fun but also time consuming. About I didn't know. Well, I wasn't really much on TikTok when I think she had her first kid, which was 2 years ago. Wasn't really on TikTok as much. So I didn't know that she didn't do prenatal care for her kid, even though she's a nurse. And then she got big notoriety because of the 17 diapers with a newborn and a toddler while her husband was gone right after she had a baby 3 days later. So I just thought it was insane. But as I started going down on the rabbit hole and every day looking up more updates, and I'm I need to talk. I talk about it a little bit on my TikTok, but I need to do another new video because more things are coming out. So I'll say share this girl that's on TikTok and then this other YouTuber that talked about him, because I don't have the videos that I could show you, and it just looks weird if I show it to you from my phone to onto the video. But if you guys heard and seen the documentaries or other creators talking about Ruby Frankie, she is showing some early signs of what Ruby Frankie was doing with her kids as a content creator. Yes, I do have my kids. I mean, my son, kids. I only have one. I do TikToks and I do videos with him, but I don't always have him in every single video of my TikTok or every video of my YouTube. So just and if he is, and when I do start making money from those, I'll definitely put him aside for him, and that's for what he wants to do. But no, I'm not exploiting my kids getting hurt, not exploiting putting abuse out there forward. Don't worry, I am not doing that. But it's just sad. I watched Ruby Frankie and that whole situation go down almost. She's been in jail for a year, so a year. So it's been insane seeing that she is an early set Ruby Frankie, and she's also lives in Utah, which is pretty close to where Ruby Frankie is. So it's kind of insane. I'm just gonna make this video raw, no editing. So sorry, I just moved my table. So it's just sad. The diaper one, I'm oh, okay. But as I learn more, it's oh, okay. And I'll talk about why I say that now. So first, and then I saw I've seen her videos of when she would be eating and talking about oh, this is how much I spend, this is how I save money. I don't get a lot of food out, and if I do, then I take home the leftovers. I don't get drinks out. I have drinks at home, and I get budgeting that way. But I could see her husband and her eating food, but I never see her food being in front of her son eating and he just has to watch them eat in front of him. And that was, I think they were eating out. And then there was another time when she was in the car with her husband, and they were driving back from, I think, the park, and it was like almost his nap time, and they like stopped at some sandwich store, got a sandwich for both of them, and only gave their son a little piece of like the sandwich. And it's just like, really, I could care less. I would rather me go hungry than my kid go hungry before his nap time. That's me. Like, my kid is always first. Even, for example, when I went shopping with my sister on Black Friday, she's like, "Oh, let's look at clothes for you," and I'm like, "But can we go check out the kids like section first?" And later on in the day, she's like, "Ever since you had your son, you always want to look at stuff for him first. Like, you could care less about like what you want." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's kind of how it is when you're a mom. Like, you really, like, obviously I care about myself. Like, I do have my wants, but I always put my son first." Um, and it's just like sad seeing it all go down. And then as like you go further down the rabbit hole, you're like, and then it's like sucks you in. Like, I am like that. And then after those feeding times, and then there was a time that she was cooking, and like you could tell that she obviously pulled the chair that her son was standing on, and he fell, and you can hear him fall. And it's just like, that is absolutely abuse. And then you see him at the grocery store when her husband like handed the child like macaroni and cheese, and he flinched. No kid would flinch if he has not been like physically like hit. That is a response, a fear response, because you want your flight and fear. I right now I don't know exactly what that term is called, but it's like fight or flight mode is set on, is what that son is describing. And I studied human services to be like a social worker, and those signs are, that is a sign of abuse, like that he was definitely hit, and he's definitely afraid of his dad. And then obviously not letting your kid have food, withholding food, that is a form of neglect. And then another form of neglect from her videos that she has shown was that she was in a nice like warm jacket or sweater like mine, and her son was in like a very light jacket. Her baby was all bundled up, and it was like 38 or like 8 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't remember exactly. But like he was like shivering like out there, and I'm like, "You need something." And then like she was in the store at Walmart. She's like, "I can't justify buying him a $35 jacket." I'm like, "Honey, your son can have that $35, and your husband doesn't need like over $2,000 worth of stuff for camping. Like, put your priorities in check first. Like, your kids go before your wants. That's how it is when you're a parent." It's just like going down, like, yes, I need to sometimes have like a space that I can just vent. It's just like, yes. And then I know some people have reported her to CPS. They've reported her to her nursing job. And then I reported her to her TikTok. I don't care if she knows. I don't care. It's just so sad. But I had to talk about it. I'll link down some of the other people if you want to kind of see it, but don't. I unfollowed both of her TikToks because I don't want my views to make her money, because now she's getting more people to follow her because they want to learn more about her. I don't want to follow her. I'd rather follow other people who are talking about her videos, because I want at least one less follower and one less views so that she makes less money. And we should get her to like less than 10,000 followers so that she is not in the creator fund on TikTok. I'd rather be in that and do fun videos with like my family. But it's just like sad. Like, she is totally like a Ruby Frankie, like mini person. And like she doesn't even care that she knows that she's in trouble, but she doesn't care. And she's still posting, but like she took off her comments, so like you can't do that. But we need to hold her accountable. Her children need to be first, and her after her kids. Whatever your kids want is what they get. That's how you be a good parent. Okay, I'll see you in another video.